Well, obviously, these are all quite radical ideas. The point of my book is that every milestone of civilization that we have gotten used to, say democracy or the end of slavery or equal rights for men and women, these are all utopian fantasies in the past, right? So progress is sort of the realization of utopias. And I started writing this book with the feeling that we often know what we're against, but we don't really know what we're for, what we actually want to improve in this world. So the book is really about utopian ideas that may seem completely crazy right now, but might become reality in the future.
Is Brexit a utopia scenario? For instance, people knew what they were against, knew what they possibly wanted, but there's no way of actually achieving that and keeping Europe happy and the UK happy. Would you put in that basket?
That's an interesting question. I would say that Brexit is sort of a retro-topia, as people want to go back to the past in which supposedly everything was better. But it's an interesting example of how real politics works, right? Just say 5 or 10 years ago, the whole idea of Brexit was by most people dismissed as something that would never happen. And now we see it happening before our eyes. But it works in both directions. If you look at the US right now, you've got this congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, coming up with ideas of much higher taxes on the wealthy, a Green New Deal. Again, ideas that were dismissed not very long ago, but now are moving into the mainstream.
Just before David comes in, and he's got a whole list of questions from all his mates as well. So that's
and my mother-in-law.
Of course, and your mother. Well, we've done enough in your family today. Let's leave that aside. So of course you were famously, and I'm going to put this very politely, told where to go by a rival US network, weren't you? By one of the commentators there, because of this whole tax argument that you were putting forward as well. Is what your let's just be blunt about this. Are you talking about a form of socialism as the way forward, or actually is it just a more responsible form of capitalism? I think the distinction for our viewers, if there is a distinction, is actually quite important.
To be honest, I think that this whole debate that you have, especially in America, about capitalism versus socialism, I think it's rather ridiculous, right? Cool. We're talking about policies that the vast majority of population actually favors, higher taxes on the wealthy. Most people are really in favor of that. In this country, I don't have to explain that universal health care is a pretty great thing. In the US, it's like 75% of people is in favor of Medicare for all. So as I always like to say, it's not communism, it's just common sense. Yeah. It's about taming this beast that we call capitalism.
But the label of socialism it follows Bernie Sanders around as well, a Democrat socialist or socialist.
But it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. So I'm part of a generation that is not traumatized by the Cold War. I was born in 1988, a year before the fall of the Berlin Wall. So when they say, oh, that sounds like communism, that sounds like Venezuela, we say, whatever. It just doesn't work anymore. All right.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.